Hey, greetings everyone. Gleekon here again with another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Stay a while and listen to this next one. We're 5 years away still from the Dark Portal opening. We recently elevated Blackhand to the Warchief of the Horde officially. Gul'dan is definitely pulling the strings, if not working in tandem, and they're mutually beneficial with Blackhand. But we are definitely ushering and paving the way for an all-out assault on the Draenei and for Fel dominance, Burning Crusade dominance on the land of Draenor. So let's watch this one. It's the Drums of War. Who's going to war, you might ask? I'm guessing the Draenei and the Orcs. Let's find out. Warchief Blackhand set out to unify the clans and forge the Horde into a proper fighting force. He ordered his Blackrock Masons to construct a new capital in western Tanaan Jungle. This imposing stronghold would become known as the Citadel. It would act as a neutral ground for the clans, a place where chieftains could meet and strategize about battles to come. Okay, so in Warlords of Draenor, this Citadel is a raid in the Tanaan Jungle. In the Burning Crusade, that's Hellfire Citadel, which is a couple dungeons and a raid where I believe you fight Manaroth. The Citadel would also house the Horde's warlocks. Within the fortress, they could hone their abilities and tutor apprentices in the ways of Fel magic. Gul'dan and his Shadow Council would use the Citadel as their new headquarters. Very few orcs would know of this, not even warlocks outside of the Order. The Shadow Council would blend in with the stronghold's other inhabitants, secretly watching over them and reporting all that they saw to Gul'dan. So we have that, and that's just something to keep tabs on when we go to those places later on. Are they Warlock, Shadow Council strongholds? Second, I think it's interesting to note here we have non-Shadow Council Warlocks. So that's already a thing, like positive Warlocks exist. As Masons laid the Citadel's foundations, Blackhand instituted new rules to structure the Horde. Thus far, the clans had launched attacks against the Draenei with reckless abandon. Blackhand would not stand for such disorder in his ranks. He knew the strengths and weaknesses of the clans, and he gave them each a specific role in the Horde. The smallest and most mobile clans would act as scouts, raiders, and auxiliary forces that could quickly move from one region of the world to another. These clans included the Bleeding Hollow, the Dragon Maw, the Shattered Hand, the Thunderlords, the Shadow Moon, and the Bone Chewers. So I'm trying to remember. I believe the Bleeding Hollow are some of the outcasts. The Dragon Maw were the ones that existed in the Blade Spire region, what will become Blade Spire. The Shattered Hand, they are Kargath's forces. They work kind of for him in Gorgrond. The Thunderlords, I want to say the Thunderlords, I don't remember exactly who the Thunderlords are. They're maybe, I think they are a roaming raiding party. I think they are in the Frost Wolf, and they're the ones run by Fenrir. The Shadow Moon, of course, are Gul'dan's, and the Bone Chewers were the cannibalistic Tanaan Jungle ones. Blackhand also formed a new clan called the Blacktooth Grin clan. Blacktooth Grin. Yeah, those people are in Warcraft and Warcraft 2. Composed of soldiers handpicked by the Warchief himself, it would serve as the scouting arm of the Blackrock clan, so it's a sub-clan of his. The rest of the clans made up the Horde's main fighting force. They would lead direct assaults on Draenei settlements, and they would form the backbone of the Orcish army. Chief among these clans were the mighty Blackrocks, Warsongs, and Frostwolves. So they're like our big three. Blackrock Spire, Warsong Gulch, and the Frostwolves are run by Durotan. So these are all key Warcraft lore clans. And it's going to be interesting as we get closer and closer to our Let's Plays in Warcraft, Orcs and Humans, and Warcraft 2. Just which of these clans will go, and we'll try to remember. There's a lot of clans going on, but we will try to remember as we play and make comment in those Let's Plays about which of these respective clans and what are they doing on our missions. At first, not all clans accepted Blackhand's orders willingly. Many orcs bristled at the thought of an outsider commanding them in battle, even one who bore the title of Warchief. Blackhand won the support of some orcs with offers of power, but more often than not, he relied on violence to secure their obedience. The new warchief was a tyrant, and he did not accept insubordination, not from his own clan, not from any member of the Horde. And that's what Durotan felt about him already. So he's just proving him right. Blackhand publicly executed anyone foolish enough to speak out against him. He threatened entire clans with annihilation should they try to resist his will. So again, Durotan was right to be reserved and to hold back his criticism. With the Blackrock clan at his disposal, the warchief had the power and the means to make good such threats. Begrudgingly or not, the clans gradually accepted Blackhand's rule and settled into their roles in the Horde. To maintain order and discipline in his armies, Blackhand surrounded himself with mighty lieutenants. The greatest of them were Eitrig, Orgrim Doomhammer, and Varrock Sourfang. Each of these orcs would have made a successful chieftain in his own right. Eitrig, don't remember that guy. So we'll either read more about him, maybe he's in some of the earlier games. Honestly, can't remember. Orgrim Doomhammer, he's huge. I believe he's the leader of the Horde. When we go over to World of Warcraft, he's the first one. I think that's the buddy, too, of Durotan. And then Sourfang, he's the guy, he's still around in recent ones, and he's old now. Like, I'm trying to think, I kind of feel like in Legion, when you do the intro thing, and maybe it's, I can't remember, but you rescue him. I don't remember, but I do, he's come up time and again. Orgrim and the other lieutenants oversaw the Blackrock war machine as it churned to life. Smiths slaved away at their forges in Gorgron day and night. Plumes of thick smoke blotted out the sun. The Blackrocks crafted thousands of new weapon, armor, and siege engines for the clan. And we know we have orcish catapults and things like that, but they're actually a little bit more OP in World of Warcraft. Especially in Warlords of Draenor, you can see that war engine. If you go up to northern Gorgron, there's a whole base, and that's what they're doing. They're crafting these bombs and catapults and siege engines and tanks and all kinds of stuff. And we've also read how Blackrock ore is a special ore that's unique to Draenor. That is a powerful ore. All right, so the drums of war here are a beating, and we are getting close to some big shakeups here on Draenor. Another episode in the pipes, 5x5. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see everybody on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft.